Good afternoon, Avion awesome subscribers. Welcome to another riveting episode here on the channel. So yesterday we had discussed a bit about some of the stuff that I was going to be doing on the battery system, the solar system that I had installed in this camper. Well, I knew that I was going to need a few items in order to complete this process, so I undid the bed parts, got rid of the foam for a little bit, and I started zip tying the wires to kind of clean everything up a bit. So you all saw all of that, I hope. And if not, check out this video right here. Check it out. Watch that, and once you're done, then come on back. Alright, you're back. Great. Hope you enjoyed that last video. So today, Amazon delivered my stuff like way faster than I was expecting it to. I wasn't expecting all the stuff until tomorrow. I mean, that's typically 2-day shipping, but I got it in 1 day. That's badass. Okay, so what I picked up was one of these 12-volt extension cords. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug this into one of the 12-volt outlets on the front of the Kodiak so I can get direct current without an inverter up to around the staging area, the flex space that I made. So that's step number one. Step number two is to use this little thing. This is a 12-volt extender and battery meter. And it also has some USB plugs on it. So again, we're going direct current, which is way more efficient than using AC. The purpose of this is so that I have a voltmeter on my system, because as of right now, with the Energy Kodiak being way underneath the flex area space, and the screen is pointing out toward the garage area, I can't see it. Like, so it's there, I've got one, but I can't see it. So I'm going to plug in that 12-volt extension cord, I'm going to run it up through, just like I've done this thing, and then I'm going to plug this thing in. So now I've got a meter that'll sit right there. I'll be able to read it. It probably goes like this, honestly. So I've got a meter that'll sit just like this. I'll have my meter right here, and then I'll also have some extra 12-volt plugs for here, and I've got some extra USB outlets that I can plug in and recharge all of my devices. And this thing has a switch so that when I don't want it anymore, I can just turn that sucker off. Right there, super duper convenient, and we're not draining the battery unnecessarily. The next thing I got was an extension cord. So I've got this USB small hub here that has 2 AC outlets on each side and another 4 USB charging ports. So I'm going to have plenty of USB charging and 12-volt charging, very, very conveniently located. But the reason I wanted to install this here was because this is the refrigerator plug. So right now I've got an AC outlet because I'm plugged up to a park, so I've got power. So there's no reason to draw that off the battery if I don't have to. But as soon as I unplug, obviously I want the refrigerator to keep going, so I'm just going to unplug it there and then plug it right in here. And now this, with the extension cord, will be running all the way back over to one of the AC ports on the Energy Kodiak. So when I get ready to leave and I unhook and everything, I just turn the inverter on the Energy Kodiak, and I will be getting power from the battery bank to keep my refrigerator cool while I'm on the road. I hope everyone was able to follow that. I hope everyone got that, because I'm not going to explain that again. Like I said, if you didn't watch the previous video, go check it out. So now I'm just going to disassemble this flex space here real quick and start getting all the stuff ran. Is it wrong that I'm a little bit excited about having a battery meter? It seems so simple and small, but I'm really, really excited about it. Alright, so just to give you all another quick look, this is what my flex space looks like. So there used to be a bed here, just like there was over here. But I removed the mattress, and I picked up this 2-inch foam. It's that sort of like, I don't know, green foam or what. I don't know what it's called. Anyway, I had some automotive carpet that I picked up really cheap, and I just screwed it into this foam, so it stays. But this foam is like really super duper light. Like, it doesn't weigh anything. So it's really easy to move and stuff and transport and get out of my way when I need to do stuff here in my battery compartment. So I just remove the front panel, get it out of the way, and now we can start getting access to the batteries. Alright, so there's the Inergy Kodiak, and like I said, it's facing that way so that when I run the main plug up through the floor, I can just plug it in right here to this full 30 amp RV jack. And I've also got two 12 volt outlets here, but you know, and the screen is right here, but I mean, I can't see them even when I've got this whole damn compartment open. So I needed a way to check the battery capacity, you know, the state of charge on all my batteries without, you know, going outside and opening the garage compartment, right? So that is where the 12 volt extension cable comes in. So a simple way to remedy that is to use one of the 12 volt extension cables like this, and I'm going to plug it directly into the front of the Kodiak. I'll just plug it into the closest one. There we go, because the 12 volt outlets have power all the time. So that means I don't have to turn on the inverter that's built into the Inergy Kodiak at all, which just wastes power. So if I can power and charge as many of my devices as I need to using DC power, that's going to be way better than turning on the inverter. Alright, so I'm just going to run the cable, a little harder to do, right on over here, and we're just going to push it up through this hole. Yeah. It's not going to fit, damn it. Maybe, yes. Yes, it will fit, you asshole. Alright, so now I've got this 12 volt outlet that goes directly to the Inergy Kodiak. So in theory, as soon as I plug in this meter, I should be able to read the state of charge that the Inergy Kodiak is reporting, and we will verify that. Alright, it works perfectly. So there I've got it hanging, and it's pointing to where I sleep over here, and I can easily read that. 12.4. That is a perfect state of charge for batteries. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to test the battery, the one over there by the wall. That is the furthest one away from the Kodiak. But because we've had these in parallel, everything should read exactly the same. So whether I test it right there on the terminals at the Kodiak, or if I test it on the first battery or the last battery, all of them should read 12.4. Perfect. Now let's test the second battery. Perfect. And now let me test the Kodiak at the terminals. Yep, they all read exactly the same. So now that I have this meter here, easy to access, easy to get to, now I have some direct current power without having to turn an inverter on, where I can read the state of charge of my battery system at any time without having to go outside, and it provides me with some extra power. So if I've got some other DC appliances that I want to plug in, or if I want to recharge something via USB, I've got all of that active here. And according to the back of this thing, I don't know if anyone can see that or not, but the output of the USB is 3.6 amps. That is extremely good. So while I've just got it dangling there for now, I'm probably going to take a little bit of double-sided tape and adhere it over there, or maybe on this wall, so that I can still easily see it. But I'm not really sure what I want to do with it yet. I mean, the less permanent you make stuff, the easier it is for you to change your mind and then swap everything around, right? So now the next thing I want to do is I want to run this. I've got a plug down here, and I'm going to run the extension cord directly to the Inergy Kodiak, so that when I'm getting ready to leave and travel and I still want power to my refrigerator, I will just unplug the refrigerator, plug it in there, and then right before I leave, I'll go outside and then I will plug or turn the inverter on the Inergy Kodiak. Okay, so now I will take this extension cord and I will plug it right there into the AC outlet. And this will, all of the AC outlets are not functional unless I turn on the inverter over here. So that has to be on like that. But if it's not, then that outlet is not powered at all. So then I will take the other end of this and I will plug it in here. Well, I'm not even showing y'all anything. Alright, I know y'all didn't see me do it, but y'all just gonna have to take my word for it. I plugged that in myself, all by myself. So now, I am able to read the state of charge of my batteries, and when I am in transit, none of this really matters unless I am off-grid. If I am boondocking, then all of this stuff matters. But this is the kind of stuff that I needed, that I realized I needed in order to make my life easier when I am not hooked up at a campground. When I'm getting ready to leave, I will take the refrigerator plug out, I will plug it into this. After I'm done doing everything else outside, I'll open up the garage compartment, turn on the inverter that will then start delivering power, AC power, to this to keep my refrigerator cold. But now I've got a meter that I can read the state of charge on the batteries, right? At any given time. So right now it's at 12.5 volts. But if I've got other 12 volt appliances, I can click and turn that one on, turn the second one on, and then turn the third one on. And I've got 4 extra USB ports right here. So that actually replaces this, because when I hit the wire, when I was installing my solar, I killed my 12 volt on this side. Because I suck. Okay, so that's how I did it. I put the double-sided tape on the back of this unit, and I just sort of covered up this dead 12 volt outlet because it wasn't working anyway. I tried to press it down as best I could without crushing this cheaper plastic. I mean, it's good enough. But I've got the power switch here so that if I don't want even this, I mean, this would be a minuscule draw, but if I don't want it on, I can shut it off. I can turn it back on, and I can read the state of charge of my batteries. And then when I want to plug in some 12 volt outlets here, I just tap those, turn those on. If I don't want them on, I just shut them off. And the USB plugs are always live. And 3.6 amps, or was it 3.4? I can't remember. But I think it was 3.6. And that's pretty badass. So I can charge up all of my battery-powered lights easily. But I'm going to leave it just like this. I know it doesn't look the best, but I just want to make sure that this configuration is going to work out for me, because I'm not really going to be able to see, I don't think. I don't know. I'm kind of chilling over here on the bed. I can see that still pretty good, even though it's kind of tilted upward. It doesn't seem like it's got any weird viewing angles, so I should be able to see that thing just perfectly. And as you can see, that once I get the foam back down here, I've only got the wires showing right there. So not that big of a deal at all when you think about it pacifically. But once I put the storage boxes back over here, it's going to look a whole lot better. So now, as you can see, now that I got the boxes back there, most of the wires aren't even showing. You can see them super duper good right now because you're staring right at them, you asshole. Don't point that out. Don't point it out. Yeah, I mean, if you was just walking through, like, it really doesn't even, it don't even look that bad. You know what? And even if it does, you just keep it to yourself. But that seems to work. That was a pretty relatively inexpensive solution. It cost a total of like 30 bucks for all 3 components. I got the 6-foot extension cable, which was like Amazon Basics. I got this voltmeter with USB and 12 volt outlets, I think for like $8. Maybe it was 10 something, I can't remember. And I can't really remember what the extension, the 12 volt extension cable was, but all those links are going to be down in the description box below. So if you guys are interested, help a brother out. Be solid, do me a solid, and help a brother out. Click those links. buy something, buy anything, I don't care. Toilet paper, adult diapers, whatever you're into. But definitely click it if you're into having some cheap, inexpensive, and highly effective solar system upgrades. Alright guys, so that's all I've got for you all today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and you really enjoyed your content for the day. As always, I'm your host, Pug, and I'm going to see you guys again on the next one. Peace out.